You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next, the July 11th meeting of the Michigan City Redevelopment Commission. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Call to order the Michigan City Redevelopment Commission meeting for July 11th. Time is about 5:05 right now. Sorry for being a little bit late. We'll start with roll call. Commissioner Barrett.
Here.
Commissioner Dennis.
Here.
Commissioner Deitch.
Here.
Commissioner Chatfield is absent today. Tom Domkowski. Here. And John Hendricks, I'm here, filling in for Chris Chatfield. Okay. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes from the June 13th, 22 executive session and the June 13th, 22 hybrid regular meeting. Is everyone any comments on that, on the meeting minutes?
I move to approve our minutes from June 13th, our executive session, and our hybrid regular meeting.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, with the motion and a second, go through approval. Commissioner Barrett.
Here. Yes.
Commissioner Dennis.
Yes.
Commissioner Deitch.
Yes.
Motion is passed. Minutes are approved from June 13th executive session and regular meeting. Okay, approval of claims for July 11th. Go to Skylar. Okay, no problem.
These are the claims for July 11th or through July 11th of 2022. In June of 2022, in June of 2022, we had payroll for CDBG reimbursables, staff and commissioners. We had from the operating fund, we had Saranac Law Offices for monthly retainer for June 2022. From the North TIF, we had AMRI LLC facade reimbursement for 815 Washington Street. We had August MAC for redevelopment plan for 3/21/22 through 5/15/22. We had August MAC for 2021 investigations for Trail Creek Properties, Begley and Concord. August MAC 2022 activities, Trail Creek Properties, Begley and Concord. We had Bloxham, we had Barnes and Thornburg for Bloxham litigation. We had Barnes and Thornburg for legal fees for the East TIF, North to reimburse the East. We had Department of Waterworks Utilities at 1215 East 2nd Street, final bill. IDEM for hazardous waste generator fee for 1002 Franklin Street. NRK Properties LLC for facade reimbursement for 904 through 906 Franklin Street. We had Neighborhood Capital for development advisory services retainers for June 2022. We also had Neighborhood Capital for 11th Street Central RFP, June of 2022. We had PR's Lawn Care for landscape maintenance on various North TIF for June 2022. We had Reith Riley Construction Company for concrete bridge approach at Peanut Bridge and Singing Sands. Schultz Studio Inc. for the gate at Friendship Gardens. We had Saranac Law Offices for legal services, North TIF through June 2022. We also had U.S. Bank for administration fees for Wabash Street Bond, Wallach, Summers, and Haas for legal services at the Transit Center. South TIF, we had DLZ for South TIF Connectivity Improvement Project and Haas and Associates for South TIF Connectivity Improvement Projects, and PR Lawn Care for landscape maintenance on various South TIF properties. The Elston Grove refunding bonds for 2022. We had U.S. Bank for administration fees for operations and reserve account.
Okay, any comments or changes for claims?
Move we approve.
I second it.
Okay, hearing a motion and a second, we'll do a vote. Commissioner Barrett,
Yes.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch.
Aye.
All right, we have the claims approved for July 11th ending date. Okay, next is approval of the financial report.
This is a financial balance sheet for through 5/31/2022. In our cash account, we have operating account for $171,747.82. We have Southside TIF account for $8,245,351.58. Southside TIF debt reserve account, we have $336,308.50. Our Southside TIF account, Southside TIF capital account, $16,748.58. The North End TIF account, we have $3,082,216.39. In the Northeast TIF account, we have $259,977.10. Loans receivable, loan to the East Side TIF from operating account, we have $21,028.49. The County Business Loan Fund, we have $133,333.00 for total assets of $12,266,711.46.
Okay, any comments, questions, or changes to the balance sheet?
I move that we approve the balance sheet for May 31st, 2022.
And I support. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We'll go for a vote. Commissioner Barron,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch.
Aye.
All right, the balance sheet for ending 5/31/22 is approved. Okay, going to next on the agenda is a request for extension for a facade grant at 312 East 8th Street.
Yes, this is a request for an extension. I think you're seeing some requests for extensions just from, it's really a supply issue right now. As you saw in the email, I've been to this location. I have personally went into it. They are making progress, but I think they're kind of at a hold right now to get the materials in. So what they're asking for is to extend this on into September. They're saying they're hopefully gonna be done by August 1st, but let's go ahead and go till September 30th, if that's okay with you all. And then we'll have a report back, hopefully October. Hopefully it'll be done by August 1st, but let's give them till September. That would be my suggestion. Or do you want to go to the first date in September? Happy with that? Okay, fair enough. What date would that be? That would be, give me 1 second. That would be the 12th. Go with that? So we would give them extension through 9/12/2022, if that's okay with you guys. 9 September. Okay with that?
Okay.
It would be for both facade and upper story for both of them. Do we need to handle that separately, separate votes? Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so do we have a motion for a request for extension for the facade grant?
Move we approve an extension of this facade grant for 312 East Michigan till September 12th.
Support.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. We'll go for a vote. Commissioner Barron,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch.
Aye.
Okay, the motion is passed. That is an extension is granted for 312 East 8th Street until September 12th. Now we'll go to the upper story grant, a request for extension on that for 312 East 8th Street.
Move we approve the loft grant for 312 East 8th Street to September 12th.
A second.
2022.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. I'll go for a roll vote. Commissioner Barron,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch.
Aye.
Okay, we have approval for the request for extension for 312 East State Street for the upper story grant.
But you can. I will let the owners know that we've done that. We'll send out a letter.
Thank you, Skylar. Okay, next on the agenda is review and approval of an August MAC change order.
This is a change order for the amount of $3,028.32. This was for the environmental work that August Mac did down at the station block when we acquired those properties and had to clean them up environmentally before we were ready to go or become shovel ready for the station block transit center project. The problem was that we had an agreement with them and we had approved up to the last $3,000. And so then we got the change, or we got the final invoice last month for approval. We held on to that because of the fact we would have been appropriating money that we hadn't already approved. So this just cleans that up. The project is done. It's one of those things again where, and I have told them they can't do this ever again, otherwise they're going to eat the money. But it's basically, the problem is that in this case, in a lot of cases, they're up here, they anticipate something that's unexpected, going to increase the cost. And rather than have to go through the cost of remobilization again, we ordinarily would just approve that once they get the approval. That wasn't the case on this one. This was one where, again, because of supply shortages, and particularly the supply being truck drivers and storage facilities for hazard waste materials, plus 103 tons of hazardous materials were removed from the station block, and we guessed that we would only have 100 tons of contaminated soil removed. So we had that problem coupled with, ordinarily, under normal circumstances, we would remove the contaminated soil, store it for 30 days while we work through item approvals, and then meanwhile contract with a hauler to take the contaminated soil for disposal at an appropriate place in accordance with IDEM and the Environmental Protection Agency. In this particular case, it did not happen within 30 days, but in fact stayed 90 days. And therefore, that's where the additional cost came in, both for storage and monitoring with IDEM, the extra 3 tons, all of those things. The problem, though, is that August Mac knew this in March. They should have asked for a change order in March or April. And that's why we're in the situation now of approving something when a project's already been completed for 3 months. So I've made them aware. We're not doing it again. But would ask this time then for approval to change order for $3,028.32, which will take care of then everything. This project is completed. We have nothing further they need to do down there. We're done. We need to pay this last bill.
I move that we approve the August MAC change order for $3,028.32.
I support that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. We'll do a vote. Commissioner Barron,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch,
Aye.
and Commissioner Hendricks, aye also. So the change order is approved for August MAC for the $3,028.32. Okay, next on the agenda is a station block update.
Yes, this is coupled with with a request as well, which I'll get into here in a minute. So the station to block update is everything is moving forward. Our next step is to start the process to go through historic review board. Our historic review board meeting we've called a special meeting. It will be on Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. It'll be in the EOC room in City Hall. It will be at 5 o'clock p.m. Local time. The purpose of this meeting is to review the 50% drawings of the 11th Street Station block and have design and comments back from them. We will have the developer here in town. So that's good. That's my update for that. But now I want to get into the more pressing issue, which is we have to start the NEPA process, the National Environmental Protection Act process, which is required for all federal projects. This one's a very involved one because it is such of a large scale. So the contract so we're working with HDR, is our contractor right now. And we might recall, I believe a few months ago, we signed an agreement with them for $62,000, and that 62 took us up to where we are right now. That involved in that 62 was mostly negotiations with the Federal Transit Authority and basically negotiating how we're going to reevaluate this project because the NEPA was already complete. So now we're having to reopen it and renegotiate or reevaluate it essentially. So through that process, we're also talking about a much larger scale building, a different kind of building. It's not just a parking garage. What's being proposed is a mixed use 12-story building that will have to be reevaluated completely from a standpoint of impact on historic properties around it. As you know, we have some historic districts down there. We have 3 of them. The total proposal for this additional work, and it's outlined in, this is the project outline that was submitted to most of this, well, not this piece, but most of this was submitted to FTA to tell them how we're going to do this project, how we're going to reevaluate this. It added an additional 100 sites to it, I think is what it said. So what's being proposed right now is an additional $126,766.00. This would be the final task, hopefully the final task. But what this does is this gets all of the cultural resources, Section 106 historic investigation. It takes us through basically through the NEPA process at this point in time. So that's what this is. That would be for a total to them on top of the 62 for $188,766.00. We hope we will receive a finding of no significant impact, a FONSI. Would hopefully be the outcome of this. I believe in following FTA's recommendations and making sure we do all the things they've requested of us. Hopefully that will be issued to us again. Anyways, that's kind of what that's what this proposal is right now. This takes us through the NEPA process, which is something that we have to pay for because we're the ones. The city or the Redevelopment Commission is in charge of the betterment, of which the station block that we're looking for right now is the betterment with respect to why we're having to do this and pay for all this.
So just to be clear, so we're just asking for the additional amount to get to the total. $126,766 is what this contract is for. All right. So I move that we approve the HDR contract amendment for the station block project for an additional $126,766.
Second.
Okay, any questions, comments? All right, we have a motion and a second for the approval of the HDR contract amendment for $126,766. Take a vote. Commissioner Barrett,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch,
Aye.
and Commissioner Hendricks, aye as well. The motion is passed for the addendum. or amendment? Okay, next on the agenda is a South TIF Connectivity Improvement Project update.
Sorry, I turned myself off. Here's what I'd like to do with the South TIF connectivity project. We have some new employees starting and I will have people helping me with that. I'd like to hold that over till our next meeting where we can get that organized a little bit better. It's really just been a time issue on my part. I apologize for that, but I've got some new people starting and I'm one of them, this is going to have land on their desk. So, and they're going to help me project manage this. So if that's okay with everyone, unless there's someone online who would like to talk about it, that would be great. Ryan, do you want to add anything? I see you up there. Did you hear my comments?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ryan,
Yeah,
did you hear my comments? What I just made?
Yes.
But if you would like to add any type of update, please go ahead because you're here.
Yeah, sure. I'll just give a very brief one, given your comments, Skylar. That is we received the permit from NDOT for the CC1 project, which is an important milestone for the project. We had already completed our design and construction documents and bidding documents work months ago, but we had been waiting on the NDOT permit as well as the securing of land rights and so forth along the west side of Highway 421. So those were the only two remaining items to be taken care of before we could move forward with bidding on that project. And right now, it seems as though we've secured the NDOT permit for all that work. I want to confirm that the permit that we received does indeed include all of the necessary work, which I believe it does. However, I want to confirm that tomorrow with our subconsultant. But I believe right now that it does include everything. And so the only remaining work before we go to bid on that project is the securing of the land rights, easements, acquisition of land, et cetera.
That's great news.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, do you have an estimate on how long the project would take after a bid is awarded?
Right offhand, I can't give you that right offhand, but I would say just from the sidewalk standpoint, it's not a terribly complicated construction project. So from that perspective, I don't think it should be more than a month for that. Definitely. Okay. But with the pedestrian crossing, I don't have offhand an estimate of the construction timeline from our traffic subconsultant on that. So I'd have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
Is DLC responsible for the land acquisition and easement?
Yes. To the best of my knowledge, I don't know that I have a deep knowledge of their agreement with the RDC, but I believe so.
Yes, they were in charge of the land acquisition and basically securing access to land as we would need it.
Have we gotten a report from them at all?
Not yet. That's why I'm asking to hold us off so we can follow up. I have spoken with the LZ though. I have spoken with them. Just confirmed that we are moving forward with focusing on CC1, basically. That's basically the instructions I gave them, Ryan, is to focus on what we have basically permitted right now through the state.
Any other questions or comments for Ryan or for Skylar on the South TIF Connectivity Improvement Project? Okay, thank you, Ryan, for the update.
You're welcome.
Next on the agenda is the You Are Beautiful site update.
You Are Beautiful is moving right along. We met with the developers and their incentive consultants today. They are using Ice Miller as well for their incentive packages to the state and other various funding mechanisms. We are meeting with them. We met with them today. We toured some. We actually met with some construction providers as well, and hopefully everything is moving forward on their. Well, I know everything is moving forward on their end, or they wouldn't have been here in town today. Other than that, that's really it today that I can talk about.
Any questions in regards to Your Beautiful? All right, we'll move on the agenda to 1215 East 2nd Street for an update.
So this will be me as well. Right now, I met with Mr. Tom Stevens from Environmental Inc. Today. They will be finalizing an updated environmental phase 1 report, which is all that we will be doing in the next couple of weeks. Unfortunately, I know we've continued this one a couple of times. Our environmental report ran out during those timeframes, so we need to continue it for one more meeting and allow time for Mr. Stevens to get this recertified and back to their lender. So I would ask that you do the extend it through. Give me 1 second.
August
8th.
All right. I move that we extended the 1215 East 2nd Street project to. Well, what are we extending though? We're extending the development agreement to August 8th.
Yeah.
And this is the one we did last month, like you said.
We did. It's an unforeseen thing that got kicked back to them. So.
Second.
Okay, any questions or comments? All right, we have a motion and a second to extend the economic development agreement for 1215 East 2nd Street to August 8th. We'll take a vote. Commissioner Barron,
Aye.
Commissioner Dennis,
Aye.
Commissioner Deitch,
Aye.
and Commissioner Hendricks, aye. Motion passes. We will extend that agreement until August 8th. Okay, next is Attorney Cernick for legal counsel.
Nothing further report except that immediately preceding this meeting, we did have an executive session. No items were discussed as not approved by the open door law. No decisions were made.
Thank you. Next is a report by Skylar York.
I don't have a lot or anything else to add to this, actually. That's definitely not a lot, right? So I would like to introduce Kyle. He's our new associate planner. Told you I had some new people coming on. I will have another new hire on Monday as well, who will be my assistant. So we're happy to have Kyle here. He's I think he's going to do really well. Today's his first day, so we'll go easy on him. But other than that, I'm happy to have him. So, yeah.
All right, thank you, Skylar. And next we'll open it up for any public comments. Do we have any public comments? Any online? No one? Okay. Hearing none. We'll go to commissioner comments. Commissioner Barron.
Just like to welcome Kyle aboard. And any help getting around the city, let us know.
Commissioner Dennis. Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Deitch.
I shared with you that I'll be sending you over a presentation that was done to the council on the flock camera system and the Raven. And that next month, pending if the appropriation makes it to the council, I will be asking for support from the Redevelopment Commission on additional Raven, that technology. And I will work with the police administration to see if someone could be available to present maybe at the next next meeting. But we did have the actual company come and speak at the last council meeting. But the cost is $25,000 per, and this would be a good opportunity to support public safety from a redevelopment commission standpoint around all of the development neighborhoods that surround our TIFs. So I'll be bringing that next month. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That sounds like a great program too. So I welcome that. And Mr. Domkowski, any comments? All right, thank you. Okay.
It's a record.
Our next meeting is August 8th, 2022. So do I have a motion to adjourn? Motion carries.